We have a special treat today. Dr. Patricia Brent-Sanco is a nationally recognized equity-driven educational leader, strategist, and mentor with nearly 3 decades of experience transforming schools and systems in service to student success. She currently serves as the Director of Equity and Access and Instructional Services in Linwood Unified School District, where she leads district-wide efforts in curriculum instruction, professional learning, and data-informed decision-making to ensure equitable outcomes for every student. A former teacher, assistant principal, and longtime principal, Dr. Brent-Sanco has led multiple K-8 school communities through sustained academic growth, increased family engagement, and powerful cultural shifts rooted in culturally responsive practices. Her work has resulted in measurable impact, including double-digit gains in student achievement, a 50% reduction in D's and F's for African American male students, increased graduation rates, and over $50 million in college scholarships secured for students through strategic partnerships. Whoa. Dr. Brent-Sanco is also the architect of Linwood's nationally recognized social justice curriculum and A through G approved ethnic studies program, and she is a trusted voice on statewide equity, leadership, and systems change. Beyond her district role, she is the CEO of the Lighthouse Educational Consulting Group, co-founder of Unity Professional Women's Network, and a sought-after keynote speaker and presenter. At her core, Dr. Brent-Sanco, she is a hope dealer, deeply committed to building leaders, honoring community voice, and ensuring students see themselves as worthy, capable, and destined for success. Only the best of the best on the School Bus with Dr. Spates. Let's go. Welcome to On the School Bus with Dr. Spates, the podcast dedicated to advancing creativity and innovation in education. Each week, we invite educators, innovators, and creatives from across the country doing the real work in schools to hop on the school bus with me, Dr. Spates. Together, we explore what's working. Whether you lead from an office, a classroom, or anywhere in between, this podcast is your vehicle for creative ideas, bold leadership, and strategies that have been put to the test where it counts in schools. Because our children, families, caregivers, and communities are counting on us to equip the next generation for success. Let's go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of On the School Bus with Dr. Spates. You heard the amazing bio. I'm so excited to have with us today. She is nationally recognized, as you have heard, Dr. Patricia Brent-Sanco. Thank you so much for being on the podcast today.
I am so happy to be here with my Trojan sister.
Yes, ma'am. Awesome. Can you tell us in your words, who is Dr. Patricia Brent-Sanco?
First of all, I'm a daughter of two phenomenal educators. My father, Dr. William Brent, Senior, is Dean, Seminary School Vice President of the Educational Board. Wow. For the National Baptist Convention, was on the Board of Trustees for Morehouse School of Religion. Wow. So education has always been like the foundation in my family. And my mother, the Dr. Mary Louise Matthews Brent, she loves me to say her full name, her full government name. But LA Unified, 34 glorious years. And wow. So I'm first a daughter and a product from two phenomenal educators. I'm a mom of 4 delightful divas.
Oh, girls. Love it.
Who are just doing phenomenal things in the world. And I have a graduate of University of Laverne, Charles Drew University, a sophomore at LSU, go Tigers, and a sophomore in high school at Da Vinci High School. So wow. I'm proud of them. I am a sister. I love my sister Myra, who's my best friend in Tampa, Florida. Okay. And a friend to many of my fellow women leaders. So yes. Having that circle network with Unity Professional Women's Networking Organization.
Nice. And you are a mentor to many.
Oh, my goodness.
I just met Chase, who
Chase
is
Moore. That's my nephew. That's all of my school nephews.
So we were at the Genius Initiative conference, and he was
Yes,
one of the speakers. And he's also at USC working on his doctorate.
I
And
I I pushed that. Yes, I
yes,
did.
he told me. So I think I mentioned you, and I was excited about you coming on the podcast. And he mentioned that you are a mentor to him. So
Oh, how fabulous.
yes, so definitely mentor. Before we get into the questions, you mentioned that you started the Unity Women's Professional Networking Group. Can you tell us about that and how people can get involved in that?
So, um, Unity is a space where African American female educators can grow, learn, breathe, and be.
Mm.
In 2015, Dr. Leslie Lockhart, the former superintendent of Culver City Unified, and I co-founded Unity Professional
Okay.
Women's Networking Organization. In 2019, we became the female leadership partner with the California Association of African American Superintendents and Administrators, which is the largest statewide organization in the nation. And
Wow.
so our website is Unity Emoja, UMOJA, unityemoja.org. We are having our upcoming annual women's forum on March 17th. You can go to the CASA website or unityemoja.org to find out more about that. We do both in-person and virtual events. Right now, we're wrapping up a 4-part series called Sister Speaks,
Mm.
where we are highlighting African American female superintendents. Our last episode, we highlighted the
Uh,
superintendent of Berkeley, Anikia Ford Morcell, and Cheryl Cotton, the superintendent of West Contra Costa. So just having a space, allowing time for fellowship
mhm.
and encouragement of sisterhood are the tenets of unity.
Thank you. And then I will add all of the links in the show notes. So please check the show notes and you will be able to connect with Unity
Hey,
and
we
Dr.
want to
Patricia
see you.
Brent-Sanco.
We want to see you March 17th. Come out to our annual Women's
Yes.
Unity Forum. It's 10 to 3. And then we have our annual Pajama Jam, 6 to
I will be
9.
there.
So it's a great sisterhood
Yes.
time. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I have some questions for you because we need to tap into that expertise and learn from all of the work that you've done. So, my first question: as some states restrict discussions of race and diversity, many leaders worry about launching equity initiatives for fear of political pushback. When you were a principal, or even now in your role as a central office leader, how do we build community support and protect our staff while introducing equity focused programs?
Well, first of all, I'm a Los Angeles native.
Okay.
By way of my parents, Dallas and New Orleans.
Okay.
And there's something about that, I call it Cali soul, that's Cali Southern mix that makes you a little bit fearless
Uh,
and gives you a real sense of kind of not on my watch. But
mm,
when you think about building community around this urban setting, in California, you have to first have a deep understanding of what equity is and what it isn't.
mm. Okay. Can you
So
say more
let's
about
start there
Yes, ma'am.
because a lot of times your community support is already there. It's just that equity, diversity, and inclusion, those words have been so politicized,
Mhm.
they don't understand that it simply means giving students what they need when they need it.
Right.
And when you break it down to the lowest common denominator and you say equity is not subtracting anything from anyone
Mhm.
else, it
Mhm.
is an individualized approach to meeting students' needs.
Nice.
Then it takes like, oh,
Mhm.
well, wait a minute. You mean using Title III funds to have interventions for my English learner students?
Mhm.
That's equity?
Yeah.
Yes, because English learner students' needs are different from my
Right.
general ed students who may not have the same language development or needs for integrated and designated English language development.
Right. Right.
So I started out as the inaugural director of equity here in Linwood. They
Okay.
had done a lot of work under the direction of Dr. Paul Gothel, the former superintendent. The board was trained, but they had a foundation
Mm.
about what equity really was. All
Okay.
the way back with Generation Ready and Dr. Witherspoon. Okay.
Okay.
So having that knowledge that here's what it actually is, and it
Mhm.
is not political, and it's about including each student and meeting every student's need
Yes.
in
Uh-huh.
a very systemic way, that
Mhm.
starts a different conversation.
Right. Yes. Yes. Got it. I love it. I love that idea too, that the community support, it's already there because everybody wants what's best for their students. And equity is really, it's, ensuring that we do that.
I've never met a parent that said, I want my child to fail.
Mm. Ooh, I like that.
No
Right.
matter what, they send
Mhm.
us their best.
Right.
And I've just never met a parent that says, I don't want you to provide supports for my child. Leave them out.
Right.
And
Right.
so when you frame it like, what would you want for your child? What are your child's individual needs?
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Well, that's
Uh-huh.
what equity is. And so community will back you when they
Mhm.
know that you are making data-driven decisions with their students in mind. And you
Okay.
have included them when we
Mm.
did our
Ah.
equity plan. We have a 3-year comprehensive plan. Parents, students, educational partners, community members from the foundation, they
Mhm.
were all there.
Love
And you
it.
can imagine what the first meeting was about. We framed what we believed
Right.
equity was.
Okay. Okay.
So now we're all on the same page.
Uh-huh.
Now everyone's able to have their own individual elevator speech. It's like, because I would make it. If somebody asks
Mm.
you what equity is in the elevator,
Okay.
what are you gonna tell them?
Yes.
And what is
Yes.
what is this equity stuff in Linwood? What are
Yes.
you gonna tell them? Well, it's giving students what they need when they need it, differentiated, unfettered support, and it's our moral obligation to do so.
I love it. Thank you. So the community, the reframing, and then making sure we're all on the same page and communicating the same messaging. Some real nuggets. Thank you so much. And that even that just feels different. It doesn't feel political anymore at all in that way. Thank you. So, next question. In your role overseeing the development and implementation of Linwood's equity plan and its associated professional development programs, what is your advice to site and central office leaders who may have to navigate skepticism from colleagues or their bosses who view equity work as controversial? And you shared that really in the first question, but if there's anything that you would like to add, specific approaches that you found were effective in advancing equity initiatives.
I let data lead the way because data doesn't lie.
Mm.
Now, you may not like what it's saying right now,
Yeah.
but it will tell you who is being served at this time,
Hmm.
who is having their needs met, who is not, what areas need more attention.
Hmm.
And then I say, okay, colleagues, what do we have in place that will
Mm.
support making this data better?
Okay.
And that way, you can't. What is the controversy?
Right. Right.
There is no controversy because here's what the data is saying. The data says that you have an over identification of
Hmm.
African American and Latino males in special ed.
Yes. Yes.
Now, of course, that's deep equity work. Of course,
Right.
that is. And of course, those strategies that you're going to get to solve that problem is deep equity work. But
Hmm.
the data will makes it impartial.
Mhm.
So now you don't get that backlash of why are you only doing that for them, and why are you only doing
Right.
why you didn't do it for all the other kids, and I don't feel that that's fair. Well, here's what the data said.
Right. Right. Thank you.
I encourage my colleagues to think about all the things that you are doing now that would be considered equity work.
Okay.
And so when folks say, well, we don't do that here in our district. Oh, well, do you have intervention?
Mhm. Yes.
Do you have small group instruction
Yes.
where you look at students' needs and then provide them with the necessary tools that they need? Do you have parent affinity groups?
Yes.
Do you have student affinity groups?
Yes.
Congratulations, you are doing excellent work.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
it doesn't matter what you call it, as long
Right.
as you are addressing each individual student's needs in a non-biased manner
Mm.
that is responsive to what the data is
The
telling
data.
you.
The data. Yep. Thank you so much. All right. You manage state and federal compliance,
Yes,
budget.
I do.
I can't
Yes,
imagine.
ma'am.
I love my role. And the district's local control accountability plan, or the LCAP. How have you used these policy and fiscal levers to embed equity work in everyday practice so it withstands the political headwinds?
The beautiful thing about being the director of equity, access, and instructional services is that my department is wide reaching, wide ranging. We can do the equity work, and I know where the money is that can
Mhm.
support that work, right?
Mhm, mhm.
So a, a couple of examples.
Okay.
Our LCAP was designed to, of course, have a base grant, but also have supplemental or concentration funds that are focused on our low income, our foster youth, and our English learner students.
Mhm,
Okay. We have to track the data along with key metrics each
mhm,
year, and in your, not only do you have your goals for your LCAP, but then the corresponding actions show what you're actually going to
mm,
do.
mhm, mhm.
So even if I don't have an equity plan in place,
Right.
how am I meeting the needs of those student groups based on the goals and the actions that I put in the LCAP?
Right.
So we're very intentional on calling things out. If
Mhm,
if there is a need for additional counselors, if there is a need to focus on college, career technical
Right.
education,
mhm.
we need some intentional support for foster youth because the data is telling us that our
Right.
foster youth graduation rate is 15 points below what the
Wow.
district average is.
Mhm,
It's that whole continuous cycle of inquiry and then attaching fiscal dollars to the goals and the actions that are set forth. The same can be said for your Title I and your
Okay.
Title III. Title
mhm,
I, those federal dollars are given to support low income students, to
mhm.
close achievement gaps, and Title
Right.
III for your English learners to
Okay.
close achievement gaps. And you can use Title II for professional development to
Ah,
train your staff on
Okay.
closing achievement gaps. And
Okay.
so when you align all of your uh, academic priorities and your
mhm,
student need with your fiscal priorities, you
mhm.
can create some very streamlined systems.
All right. Thank you. Now,
Did I answer your last question?
yes, you did. Yes, you
So
did.
I know that I'm going to just say one thing.
Yes, ma'am.
We all received the Dear Colleague letter February 14th of last year that has since been challenged in the courts. It said if you use federal funds to have
Yes.
any programs that can be perceived
Yes.
um, to be race-based or to support,
Mhm.
let's say it for what it is, Black and brown students, right?
Right.
Then your funds can be stripped. And we know in
Right.
California, we started at the beginning of the year not having our Title III funds because
Right.
they were withheld. Make sure that your board is clear on your priorities, that no matter what comes and what political winds blow, we will do what's right for kids.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Have any districts in California received, um, I guess, any pushback from the Dear Colleague letter that all public schools received?
I have not.
Okay.
I do know that it's been challenged, and those groups who challenged the Dear Colleague letter have been successful in the court.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think it can, you know, it for me it's a moot point because
Right.
I was using that as an example
Mhm.
of a political
Yes.
wind that will
Yes.
come and try to throw you off target.
Right.
And
Right.
so you use your existing plans
Mhm.
and the intended purposes for your federal dollars to
Mhm.
keep supports for students going.
Thank you. Now, I remember a presentation that you and your colleagues did at the annual CASA conference, just talking about so many things that you all put in place to support students. Do you mind sharing some of those things because they're very innovative, and I think other districts might be inspired by the work you all did. And it's a lot, so I don't want to. I'm
Oh,
kind of putting you on the spot, but if there are a
no,
few that you could share.
it's quite all right. Um, I'll start with elementary and kind of move our way up, right?
Okay. Okay.
So we started leadership academies, which focus on at promise students.
Okay.
As principals, we have some of our friends who are frequent flyers to the
Yeah.
office,
Yes.
and they my lunch buddies. I used to call them my lunch buddies,
Yes.
and so or kids have gone through something.
Yeah.
It's not always the kids are struggling and I just need something more. I'm going through something.
Mhm.
Okay. There we've established a system K8 where we've trained a teacher to create a club called our leadership academies.
Okay.
And they are training these kids on the tenets of leadership.
Nice.
They are now consider themselves leaders on campus. They
Okay.
have community service projects that they do. They
Wow.
have their badges and T-shirts, and so the narrative has been
Mhm.
kind of turned on its head. That I
Mhm.
am not necessarily an at promise student. I am a leader on this campus, and
I
I have
love it.
skills that are in demand.
Yes.
And we involve the parents and say, congratulations, your child has been selected to
Mhm.
participate in the Helen Keller
Yeah.
Leadership Academy or the Thurgood Marshall Leadership Academy.
Love
We
it.
partner with the National College Resources Foundation. Dr.
Mm.
Teresa Price is the founder, and that has really supported our elementary, middle, and high schools with at mentoring,
Okay.
college complete FAFSA completion rates, on-campus tutoring. So at the elementary level, it looks like SEL lessons.
Okay.
At the middle school levels, it's social emotional lessons, a college and high school, a
Mm.
college and career center, tutoring, interventions, like a one-stop shop.
Wow.
And that program is called um, The Movement.
Okay.
We also have a very robust career technical education program
Okay.
that we use 23 pathways that
Oh,
students can
wow.
take advantage of. And then our community schools grant. We were given one of the largest community schools grant. And at all of our schools, we have SEL specialists. We have community school case managers
Wow.
who are supporting, ensuring that We have wraparound services
Wow, that's so
for all
important.
of our students.
Mm,
We have very intentional parent affinity groups, such as our African American Parent Council, our District English Language Advisory Council, our
mhm.
PAC, our Migrant Ed
Nice.
Parent Advisory Board, our Asian American Pacific Islander Family
Wow.
Network. And so
Yeah.
there's a space on this Linwood patchwork quilt for everyone, a
Nice.
collective space and then a cultural space.
Nice.
Okay. And so we
Okay.
do the same for students. We have our Young Black Achievers Student Union, our Dreamers, our Los Sueños, our Humane Societies, our, so the list goes on, but really wanting to turn school into a place where everyone feels like they belong through our
Um,
gay straight alliances.
nice.
Everyone has a place.
I love it. I love it.
Looking
Thank you.
at our A through G,
Mhm.
we have high A through G completion rates as well as high FAFSA rates because that's intentional.
Nice. Nice.
You can choose not to go to college, but that will
Mm.
be your choice, not because we did not
Right, we
prepare
did
you.
prepare you. Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
so um, we have what's called the getting to the finish line. And I
Okay,
think
what's
that
that?
is what the presentation that you saw. And so
Mhm.
what are those intentional measures
Mhm.
that we're doing? We have the LJOY program, which is a job program where our foster youth students work on our campuses after school
Wow.
as dropout prevention.
I love it.
So we do have a lot of programs, but they all are intentionally
Mm,
focused on providing a support,
mhm.
a encouragement, a way to keep kids in school
I love it.
and so that we can send them off to college and career and beyond.
Awesome. I feel like I heard that Linwood was the first district to do something with AP honors courses.
So
Um,
yes,
okay.
yes. So Linwood received a AP District of the Year for through College Board. That was some years ago,
Okay.
a couple years ago, but it was because we don't have any prerequisites for AP courses.
Mhm. Yeah, I love
If
it.
you um, believe that you want to take this course, there are no prerequisites.
I love it.
You take the course and we're gonna help you pass it,
I love it.
right?
Mhm.
So we eliminated because that was a barrier.
Right.
And then there are always two groups of people that I, as an equity warrior, want to keep a watch on.
Mhm.
Okay. I divide them into hall monitors and gatekeepers.
Uh,
So hall monitors are those people, those group of folks who are looking at the data and have to react to what the data is saying,
mhm.
right?
Right, right.
And
Mhm.
so are they doing it through a biased lens? Are they doing it through a asset-based lens or a
Mhm.
deficit lens?
Mhm.
And then gatekeepers are your folks like, your counselors,
Mhm.
uh, those who work in records, who
Mhm.
can schedule students, those who
Right.
will let students know. Some students find out about certain programs, but others
Yes.
do not. Those
Yes.
are gatekeepers.
Okay.
And so, what Linwood has really tried to do
Mhm.
is train everyone on implicit and unconscious bias.
Wow.
And then we have college and career centers on every campus because our African American and our AAPI students are the minority within the minority. We
Uh-huh.
establish an extra layer,
Mhm.
which is through our personal learning plan meetings that the
Oh,
movement
wow.
staff help us do. So it's like,
Wow.
okay, let me bring you in and let's go over your dreams, aspirations, where you are
Wow.
now. Linwood, in addition to AP, has a dual enrollment program where they earn free college credits. We've
Yes.
had 2 cohorts come out and earn their high school diploma as well as their
Oh, I
A
love it.
degree.
Yes.
And we're very, very proud of that. And then we also have what's called the Equity Lab, where they can take
Oh,
college courses from top universities such as Columbia or Cornell or
wow.
Howard, the other HU. I graduated from Hampton, the real HU. Or
Or a-
or the University of Pennsylvania, some Yale, but that's called the Equity Lab, where they can
Wow.
it's through a nonprofit organization that allows high school students to go and take those college level classes.
That's
So
amazing.
look at making sure
Mhm.
that your hall monitors and your gatekeepers
Mhm.
are on the same page with you.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. As an African American woman in leadership, what is your advice to women and women of color who may encounter resistance or double standards when advocating for marginalized students or just going about our work in general?
I want you to know that the resistance and the double standards that you face are not personal failures.
Mm.
They are systemic responses. So name the reality without letting it define you.
Mm, that's good. Thank you.
Naming it. And sometimes you have to do that strategically only with your trusted allies.
Yes. Yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Anchor yourself in purpose, not approval.
Oh, that's good.
Okay? So there are times as a woman of color that you are going to advocate for a marginalized student, um, and you have to have clarity about why you're doing the work, right? Because you
Mm-hmm.
are often disrupting someone else's comfort.
Ah, yes.
Your
Okay.
presence may disrupt someone else's comfort.
Mm,
So I always say anchor yourself in purpose, use data,
okay. All right.
document,
Mhm.
choose when to educate and when not to.
Oh, nice.
You are not obligated to explain inequity to people who benefit from it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Build a circle. Um, build a circle, not just a network. So a
Mm,
network is I have 1,000 people on LinkedIn.
okay.
Your circle are your mentors, your peers, your sponsors, and make that circle diverse.
Ah, I love it.
Some of my best mentors have been men.
Mm,
Mhm.
I don't limit yourself by either gender or race.
Mhm.
Align yourself with those who are going to support you and those who know and understand the professional game.
I love it.
And then I always encourage people, do not shrink. Don't feel you have to dim your light, but also watch that need and that urge that our parents told us all the time
Mhm.
to overperform and work ourselves to death.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Mhm.
I'm going through Superintendent's Academy, and there was a
Congratulations.
quote that came up. It's through Transcend, um, a Superintendent's Academy with Think Together, Think Transcend, and we use different programs, AI programs, and it sends you through a whole self-reflective journey. And one thing that
Okay.
came out for me after putting in all my information and
Yes.
everything, you know what it said?
Huh.
You are not obligated to set yourself on fire to keep others warm.
Wow. Wow. Did I tell you guys Nashi is phenomenal? I feel like you're talking to me personally.
No,
Like this
you
is
did
a
not.
personal session.
You can
Wow.
be, I want be a warm demander, be a people person, be passionate, be strategic.
Mm. Okay.
But resistance can be exhausting and burnout helps no one.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Your presence, your very being is already a form of advocacy because other women leaders see you, they can model, you see them, they support you, you support them. That's already a form of advocacy, even when it feels invisible.
Yeah.
Young people are watching you. Pace yourself and protect your peace and take care of yourself. You do not have to set yourself on fire
Mm.
to keep other people warm.
Thank you. That's so well received. I have to tell everybody, so when I was admitted into USC, their doctoral program, they do an amazing job. They have an admitted dinner. So you get to meet other Trojans who've graduated from the doctoral program. They have a keynote guest speaker, and Dr. Patricia Brent-Sanco was our keynote guest speaker. But I remember walking in, I think it was the Galen Center. Is that? I think
Oh my
so.
gosh, yes.
And I was so nervous, you guys. I was like, I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. I was just feeling like I was feeling all the things. And I was walking, and Dr. Patricia Brent-Sanco walked up to me like she could read my thoughts. And she said, "You can do this." And I was like, "What?" She was like, "You can do this." And so it really, really encouraged me. And then her keynote speech to everybody really just sort of sealed the deal for me that I can take a risk and do this. But you have this way to
Wow.
encourage and just speak life and possibility into people. So you're such a gift. And so I'm very honored to share space with you on this platform and
Oh, I'm so
share
honored.
you with as many people
I'm
that
so
listen,
honored.
but you are nationally recognized. So thank
Oh my
you to your
God.
leadership advice for women. I appreciate it.
Women are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yes, we are.
Wonderfully made.
We just forget sometimes, I think. So,
And you are who your creator says you are.
mm,
You're not who society says you are.
mm,
And
yes.
I think I have to remind myself, I have to remind my daughters,
Mm-hmm.
they
Yeah,
sometimes struggle, right?
of
Too,
course. Yes.
right?
Yes.
Um, that in life, use your strategic tools. Sometimes it's silence.
Mm, that's
Sometimes
good.
it's questioning,
Mm,
but all the time it's discernment.
yes. And what is discernment for people who may not understand what that is? It's common for Christians, and if you grow up in the Black church, but what is discernment?
Discernment is being able to read the room and read your political landscape, reading the culture and the climate of your organization.
Mm,
Okay.
mhm.
I think sometimes men and women, we've
Right.
seen it across. This is not just a woman
Okay.
for women leaders, but leadership calls for us to understand the norm and culture of our environment. There's some folks who don't read the room well.
Uh-huh.
That's discernment.
Okay. Okay.
If I know that my board member loves lemon cake, I'm not gonna go in there saying, I hate lemon cake.
Right.
Lemon
Yes.
sucks. Like, read
Right.
the room and,
Right.
and use your
Yes.
discernment and be able to see where things are going ahead of time in your organization and get advice.
Mm.
Be, if a new policy is coming down and you don't really agree with it, it's okay to ask questions. How are you framing them? Who are you asking? And
Mm.
when are you asking them?
Okay. Thank you. Yep.
I was the only African American principal in Paramount Unified. I was in Paramount for 20 years.
Okay.
And I was the fourth African American principal ever hired since
Wow.
1953.
Wow.
And so there were times where I was the only African American principal in the district.
Mm.
And so I learned that sometimes some questions were whole group questions.
Uh-huh.
And you have to use discernment and read the room to see is this a whole group or is this a one-on-one question?
Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
No one wants to be put on the spot.
Right.
Remember how things might be received from you
Mhm.
versus someone else.
Mhm.
And so you still gonna ask, you still gonna
Right.
get your point across, but
Right.
is this a whole group or is this an individual?
Got you. Yes. So in the principal's meeting with assistant soups, that may not be the right time to
I
ask that
don't
question.
know. I might want to wait to the break and ask the sisters, anything, things that might be controversial is going to
Right.
derail the whole thing,
Right.
or because we never know all the backstories.
Right. That's so true. That's a great reminder.
You
Mhm.
don't know what's been said from the board or said from cabinet or what
Mm.
political ramifications the superintendent is facing. That's
Right.
what I mean by discernment.
Right. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Full of nuggets. I love
Common
it.
sense. Use the good old motherhood.
Common sense. Okay. I heard my parents said it's not that common, but but living cake, I think we all got that. That broke it down. In this current political context, or just even in general, how do you maintain hope and inspire your staff, your team to continue dismantling barriers? And what self care or leadership practices keep you resilient as you lead your work?
Everyone needs to have a joy board.
Mm,
Dr.
okay.
Spates, what brings you joy? When
Uh,
you think about your school site,
Mhm.
there has to be a list of things. When I think about my team,
Mhm.
um, our work is now completely expanding. But what brings me joy so far? Because all of that then becomes a catalyst
Mhm.
for your next. Ooh, I'm
Mm.
so happy about this.
yeah. Yeah.
From joy comes hope,
Mm. Mhm.
and from hope, life springs eternal.
Mm.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I would hope. What brings you joy?
I love I know people think I'm crazy, but I love arrival and dismissal because I feel like
Mhm.
that just being out there with my students, and
Yes.
it's very humbling because I can get caught up in meetings and different things. But just seeing all of those cars parked outside and just wanting to, don't make me cry, but just wanting to
Mhm.
make sure students have a joyful place to come and just returning them back to
Yes.
their families in the ways that they brought them to us. I have a student, I'm just going to say her first name, Ivory. Um,
Mhm.
but one day she was in the office, and so when she came to our school, I could see her behaviors in Infinite Campus, but our staff is just beautiful, just has warm hearts for students. But she came to the office and she said, "I like it here because you guys like me."
Mm.
So that's just one of the moments that I carry with me because it's not just one person that made her feel that way. It's our community, and we're really focused on belonging. Nothing's perfect, but I feel like that's a genuine that's something genuine that we're really working on our campus. And for a marginalized student, happens to be an African American girl with the IEP, but to feel that she's cared about and she's liked at our campus,
Mm.
that brings me joy.
Mm-hmm.
Receiving our students, we did this year. We're taking all of our students to visit universities, and so when you said that, um, you know, college may not be for everybody, but it's not going to be because they're not prepared.
There you go.
Or in for me, middle school that they haven't seen it because we say education, education, but if you haven't been, how do you know, right? How do you know what you don't know? And so it just warmed my heart that because I'm data driven as well, just seeing that 85%, 85.6 of our students before they even stepped foot on a university, they want to go right after high school.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that brings me joy, and having students come back. I was talking to a boy, Aiden, and I was like, "What'd you think? How did you like?" Because we went to USC first. Seventh, eighth grade went to USC. Seventh graders are just today was their last
Right
year
on.
to UCLA. But he said, Dr. Spates, I was gonna go into the military, but I think I might want to go to a university now. So really helping students exceed what they believed about themselves. That brings me joy.
So that joy right there gives you hope
It
and
does.
keeps you coming back to work every day,
Yes, it does.
regardless of the political environment that we are facing right now.
Right. Okay.
Regardless of what's going on in the country,
Mhm.
regardless, I think we're blessed to be in the state of California, right?
Yes.
Right now.
Yes. Yes.
But regardless of that, if you can find joy, in Carter's 8 Steps to Change, he talks about, of course, creating a sense of urgency. And then he goes on to say that, you need to get a guiding coalition. But then it ends with celebrating small wins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's your joy. And
Mm.
so what brings me hope is I constantly allow space for people to celebrate what they've done already.
Mm.
Nice. There's a song, when I look back over my life and I think things over, I can clearly see where I've come from. And so you have that. I can look back and say, wow, we started and we only had 10 parents coming. Now we have 35. Now we just received a Golden Bell Award for our parent and family
Yay.
engagement. Right.
Congratulations.
So I,
Yes.
I, I think about that joy spot that helps me to maintain hope. The constant connection and feeding my soul with the voices of students.
Mm-hmm.
And then being intentional on telling my staff, telling every principal in Linwood, thank you, and modeling that so then they go back and spread that with their staffs. I
Nice.
took my staff through a book, and part of my company, we are wrapping up a book talk with a charter school network, and it's using the book The Coffee Bean.
Okay.
And in the book, The Coffee Bean, it talks about a young man who's facing some tough times. And his teacher says, are you going to be a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean?
Okay.
So what happens when you put a carrot in hot water? It weakens. The hot water, and hot water can be an analogy about the turbulent times that we're facing right now. You
Okay.
put that carrot in there, it's going to weaken, it's going to soften, it's not going to be able to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you put an egg in the hot water? Like
Yes.
it smells
Okay.
like a
Thank you.
hard-boiled egg,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And it
It's the
gets
end of the day. School
hardened
day.
by its environment.
Yes.
And we've seen some of our colleagues who, you
Yeah.
know,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
that level of burnout, they become hard and a little
Yes.
calloused. And well, I taught it; they should have learned it. You know what I mean? So they become a little
Right.
hard. But if
Right.
I put a coffee bean in hot water,
Mm.
that coffee bean transforms the whole environment.
Mm.
So my team,
Mm.
we call ourselves the coffee beans because we want
Okay.
to transform environments.
I love it.
It's hot water. Well, we're gonna be that coffee bean. We'll make some good rich coffee for
I love it.
everyone. We're
Love it.
not gonna be hardened by these times. We're not gonna become cynical. We're
Right.
not gonna be weakened and pushed aside and beat up or mashed up. But we're going to be a coffee bean and we're going to transform one school at a time, one parent at a time, one community member at a time, and we are going to make our own mark with hope and joy and love for our educational partners and our students. Yes,
Got
it's
it.
a good book for times
Yes.
like these.
Thank you.
I would
Okay.
also recommend The Obstacle is the Way.
Okay.
But definitely right now the obstacle is the way. Why do I
Okay.
say that? Because we're facing some turbulent times right now.
We are.
you know,
We are. Yes.
our kids are scared.
Yes.
Our kids are protesting. Our
Mm.
kids are have seen their friends and family members hiding,
Mhm.
afraid to go out and get groceries and food.
Yeah.
So another book I would recommend is an ebook, a quick read, and it's Then
Okay.
and Now, Understanding and Addressing White Supremacy.
Okay.
And it's Connecting History, Humanity, and Hope in the Pursuit of Equity. It's
Okay.
an ebook
Okay.
written by Dr. Patricia Brent-Sanco and Dr.
Yes.
Veronica Bloomfield.
That will be in the show notes, everybody.
um,
Okay.
it just talks about what we see throughout history and how it connects to what we're seeing today.
Thank you for
Just a
that.
quick ebook and workbook for educators.
Thank you. Now, you mentioned you have a consulting company. Can you tell us, please tell us about the work that you can do for schools or organizations, and how do we get in contact so I can add it to the show notes?
Oh, wonderful. So the Lighthouse Educational Consulting Group um, is a full service consulting firm that looks at supports for students, staff, and parents.
Okay.
And so, aside from helping you develop comprehensive plans to address student needs, we go in and we have student workshops for after school programs that are focused on leadership through STEM and STEAM.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you have the Lighthouse Learning Lab. And then for parents, we have a parent university, which is
Okay.
a multiple part series where we come in, we train your parents, and they
Nice.
become trainer of
Oh, I
trainers.
love that.
And they
Mhm.
then go and are able to do workshops with your
Mhm.
community liaisons or your community. So parents are
Okay.
learning from parents. So we get that underground. And then we have a leadership series for all of your admin and your boards called Leadership Revolution. And
Okay.
so we customize learning plans
Okay.
um, from for all of your educational partners.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And then last question, how do you self-care, Dr. Brent Sanko? Give us some advice. Because this work is hard, it's intense, it's hard work. We pour ourselves into it. But how do you recommend we replenish? What do you do?
Breathe.
Mm.
I have um, been working on taking time during the day to just stop and breathe.
Mm.
That's number one. When you're
Okay.
feeling overwhelmed, uh, I have some good mentors who helped me. Dr. Paul Gothel, he took us through cycles of breathing in our Transcend Superintendent's Academy. And then we using the words of Hatindra, talking about, and I can share that book with you in a second, talking
Okay.
about your inner purpose and understanding your inner purpose. But first, sometimes during the day, it becomes overwhelming. Just
Mhm.
take a minute and do some breathing exercise. Put
Mm.
on the calming app.
Okay.
Start your meetings
Mhm.
with a 2-minute guided meditation. You can find them on YouTube. So
Nice.
that's one thing.
Okay.
Two, know when to stop.
Mm.
Listen to your body.
Okay.
There are times where we think that the world will cease to exist if we take a day off. And I'm here to tell you that just isn't true. And
Okay.
um, I lost a very, very dear colleague and sister friend, Dr. Shauna Dinkins, March 1st. At the
I'm
same
sorry.
time, my brother-in-law was diagnosed with multiple myeloma.
Oh my gosh. Mm.
And I did everything I could for everyone else. And then I literally felt like I was going to collapse.
Wow.
I had to take a couple weeks off.
Yeah.
First time in my career, I was just like, I can't believe, why am I doing this? It was a week, like 2 weeks before spring break, and then a
Right,
week
right.
after.
Mhm.
But it's okay
Yeah.
to have to. We
Yes.
tell our staff, honey, go be with your family.
Yes,
But we
yes.
don't do it ourselves.
So true.
And we end up dying on the vine like a rose in concrete.
Mm. Mhm. Mhm.
Listen to your body.
Okay.
And then I personally love massages and going to and then getting adjustments from a chiropractor.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. And then lastly, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do for fun? I'm a foodie. I
Mm.
love to cook.
Right.
So if I go in my kitchen and get a glass of wine, and
Yeah.
that is my happy place. I put
Right.
on my music and
Yes.
a nice glass of wine, and I'm gonna cook up a storm. And that's a release for me. That's a
Yes.
happy place for me.
Okay.
Now, I realized I'm doing all this cooking and baking all these pound cakes and all of this stuff. So I got an under the desk elliptical. Get to the under the desk elliptical. I'm telling
I
now, I
love it.
love it. I love it.
I
So it's
love it.
little things that you know
Yes.
you can do, that
Okay.
you like to do, that you will do consistently.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you so much for hopping on the school bus. Isn't the school bus beautiful? Did you enjoy the ride?
Oh, I had so much fun. I hope that I answered your questions,
Oh, you're
and there
fabulous.
was some, we had a lot of information
Okay.
shared. So those
Yes.
questions were rich, okay?
Yes. And the mentoring advice that you shared with everybody was richer. So thank you so much.
Oh, I appreciate it. It's so good to be here, and congratulations on your successful show.
All right. Thank you so much.